Alright, so I've talked about Disaventure Camp at least, like, maybe 3 different times on this channel. I mean, the 2 videos, they're basically the same thing. But so we'll say I talked about 2 times on the channel. And I've talked about Total Drama a number of times, but yeah, making this video because Season 3 was kind of a train wreck. Now, I guess I'll go through the whole season somehow. I'm just gonna explain the bad parts of this season. The first one probably being that some fan favorite characters were removed early. Now, when I was watching this, I felt bad that the characters got eliminated. Like, I mean, I guess 2 characters, or actually 3 characters you could take as the example. So there was Hunter, Lake, and James. When I was watching them get eliminated, I was kind of sad, but then again, it makes more sense that they're eliminated. So this isn't really entirely a bad thing, but then again, it's sort of bad, but you know, not the worst thing that's happened. Since Hunter was eliminated because he kept on arguing with a child, which got his team to eliminate him. Actually, to be honest, I don't really know why they eliminated him really, because I feel like the reason I just said wouldn't be true. Then James was eliminated because, well, simply, he already won a season, so why would they keep him around? And plus, they didn't really believe what James was saying. They thought it was Jake more. And then Lake was eliminated because, well, she also got pretty far in last season. And plus, her arc was already complete. I don't know what you're gonna add to her arc. There's other characters booted, but it was fine, I guess. And this Adventure Camp All-Stars actually wasn't really that bad. See, it was up until episode 15, I'll say. Answer kind of differs from what you think this Adventure Camp All-Stars fell off or kind of just got worse, but I'd say episode 15. I was gonna say a few episodes earlier, but we'll just say 15 to be safe. I guess I can mention another thing before I get to why 15 and any episode after that kind of wasn't really the best for a season. So the second reason why a season kind of was bad, some characters overstayed, but when I was writing this, I couldn't think of what characters to add. Like, not many. I can only think of Ali and Aiden. That was really it. So first I'll talk about Aiden. So Aiden, he wasn't the worst in the season. He is better than his last season since, well, I mean, he had more of a character since in season 2, I actually didn't like him. You know, absolutely hated him, technically, but in this season, he was better, except he kind of overstayed. Like, I don't even know why he stayed for so long. I guess they wanted to, you know, have him, you know, make up his, I don't know, feelings with Jake. Like, not actual feelings, but like, be nicer towards Jake, you know, become friends again instead of enemies. I mean, they could have done that, but then again, they could have just kept them enemies. That would have been kind of cool, or kind of nicer, because then he wouldn't have, you know, lasted so long. And then there was Ali, which, I mean, she was, like, okay in the season. You see, in season 2, she was kind of a nobody character. Like, she liked gaming, but then again, she was like a literal NPC. And she says something in the season. She says that, Jake is like a, what is it called? Well, I'll just say a real name. Jake is like a Mortal Kombat Conquest NPC. He just stands around and asks you stuff and gets beat up. Or she said something like that in one of the episodes, but then she like says the most generic thing that just sounds like something an NPC would say. She just says, gang gang.
Let's go together, guys.
Gang, gang.
Sounds good.
Aiden, follow me.
Yeah, it was a pretty weird line. Yeah, pretty NPC-like. But, yeah. Now, there was another character that was a problem. That was Jake. Now, Jake made it to the finale, which, I mean, I guess I was fine-ish with it, because, well, to be honest, out of the 3 finalists, I didn't like them. If I put them, like, in the order who I liked the most, it would be probably Jake, Ali, not by far, and Rhea, because, well, I mean, he really likes Rhea. Now, why was Jake a problem this season? Okay, so it first started in episode 3, I'm pretty sure. It's either 2 or 3 it started. Actually, no, it was 3. Basically, he sees that Ashley talks to Ali, and he gets jealous that Ali's just taking his best friend, Ashley, away from him. And then, yeah, that begins. So Jake starts all this, and he tries to apologize to Ali, you know, like maybe 7 episodes later. But then Ali just doesn't accept the apology because Jake is being, you know, so rude to her. Which, I mean, it was sort of understandable, but it was fine, I guess, not to accept it. But then, in the episode that they have to work together in, you know, Jake tries, you know, being nice to Ali, which, I mean, he does it successfully, but then Ali just leaves him for dead. Well, almost dead, because they're just left alone with, some random bear. And the real, I guess, kicker you could say of this, Ali and Jake argued from episode 3, basically, all the way up to episode 20. I was gonna say 21st, but Ali, helped Jake, so they weren't even arguing in the final episode. So, from 3 to 20, they were just arguing nonstop, it felt like. There was only, like, maybe an episode or two when Connor was back where they weren't arguing, because Connor, like, I don't know, calmed them both down, but it was so weird. They could have did, like, a lot better with those two characters, but they just made them argue all the time. Like their kids, they're, like, in their early 20s, but whatever. And then number 3 would be Rhea 1. So, maybe it's because of bias, because I absolutely hate Rhea, but I didn't like her winning, like, at all. She didn't really deserve to be in the finals again, because, I was really hoping that she, lost the third one, but I guess that'd be predictable if they just made her lose, the finale, or the tri-finale, since, well, I mean, if you watch Disaventure Camp, it's really unpredictable if it's eliminations. Like, taking Gret as an example, I don't really know why they decided to remove Gret, because, like, she was actually growing as a character. She probably showed the most growth as a character out of literally everybody, but they eliminated her. But Rhea, it's just, like, I didn't like her winning. Like, if I think about any other character in Disaventure Camp, then it's one, which is only really 2 other people. So in season 1, it was Miriam, which, it was a good win. I mean, she played a good game. She was just in the background for the majority of the season, and she just helped others. I mean, it was kind of unpredictable of her winning, but, it's not like they're going to do the same thing as Disaventure Camp Beta, where Ellie won, and then Fury lost. But, then season 2, James won, which I thought, that was a pretty good win, because James actually showed at least a little bit of growth in that season. Still didn't get why they brought Aiden into the finale. It was weird, but it was fine. But then you just have Rhea here. She already made it to the finals once, so it didn't really feel right to just have her in the finals again. She didn't even, like, do much this season. Like, she was villainous, but, I mean, she was already villainous last season. And then she was just bratty, sort of annoying. Just didn't like her. She's, like, the only Disaventure Camp character I actually don't like at all. Which is a little bit crazy, but, yeah. But I will say, in the finale, her ending, I did like it, that, she was crying, that she was all alone while everybody else was on social media, having a good time, hanging out, but then she's all alone. I don't know, that's the only part I liked, that she suffers from being alone. Like, that's literally the only part I liked about the finale. And I guess you can include what Connor says to her, which is reminiscent of something Rosa Maria said to Rhea when Rosa Maria was eliminated by Rhea. Basically, Rosa Maria says that she's not mad, she's just disappointed in Rhea. And then Connor reiterates that line and says it to her at the end of the finale, which...
For a second,
Rhea, why did you do this to me?
we can betray each other inside the game and still be friends outside of it. Just like you betrayed the Alliance by spoiling the plan to Hunter. These are things that happen in this game.
The problem isn't the game, it is you, Rhea. You let the competition change you. You may win the million, but you will be alone again.
Come on, Rosa. Don't be mad.
I am not mad. I am disappointed.
Yeah, it was a cool scene. I liked it. But then, that was really it. And, yeah, and then the final number is Gret losing. Now, I've always liked Gret, even in Beta Disaventure Camp, which is weird, because she was an okay character in that, but in Season 1 Remaster, she was better, and then in this season, All-Stars, she was way better. Now, basically, since it's like a new timeline, not Season 1 related anymore, there's some different stuff. Basically, Yule and Gret were dating now, which, wasn't really the most healthy pair. I mean, have you seen Yule? Like, Yule is my favorite character, but it wasn't right how you treated Gret, so, that was bad. But basically, Gret always follows Yule around because I guess he's famous, and then that's really all Gret has, that he's famous. But she also got fit, so, that's a plus. Now, eventually, everybody just starts seeing that Yul doesn't treat Gret the best. I mean, it was pretty obvious, but, you know, he just doesn't treat her the best. So, Gret knows this, but she doesn't want to go away because of, well, I mean, he's really famous, and he has lots of money, and then Gret will be left with basically nothing. So, she has to basically save him. But then eventually, other people like, well, actually, the only person I could think of was, it was only really Gabby, is the only person that shows her that, you know, you should really love yourself and, you know, not listen to Yul anymore, be with him. So eventually they break up. And then that's where, you know, her character just develops. She breaks it off with Yul, you know, is rude to him, then he's eliminated, and then that's that for Yul. Now eventually she does become a villain more, and she joins the villain group, which, well, I mean, I was fine with it. She was already a villain last season, and she was a likable villain there, so, I mean, doesn't really matter that she was a villain again to me, but she was pretty good. But then, out of the blue, you know, after all her, like, scheming and a little bit of manipulation, you know, manipulating Jake and Connor, or not even manipulating, just, you know, telling them where the immunity to him is, and knowing that they have it, she gets eliminated. I still don't know why they eliminate her, because we could have had her in the finals, and, you know, her versus Rhea, or her versus anybody else but Rhea could have been cool, but nope, she was eliminated, and I just really didn't like that about this season. So, yeah, that's basically all 4 things I didn't like about the season. Like, 4 of the main things. There was other stuff I didn't like, you know, the episodes after 15 were just getting a little bit weird, not making sense, and we're getting really illogical. But that's about everything I have to say about the season. You know, the bad stuff, and, well, really, I want to really say, like, a few, like, very few good stuff. But yeah, I don't know what people liked about the season. Maybe they liked the characters, maybe they liked the challenges, because, well, the challenges were at least a little bit more creative. Well, not even a little bit, a lot creative. I guess that's a plus you could add, but that's basically all I have to say about Season 3 All-Stars of Disaventure.